This game is filmed live in front of the guys at Phoenix Games and Hobbies. Welcome to another Death Head Dice Battle Report. This one's going to be Warmachine, my Trollbloods, versus all of Les's Khador. So Les has 39 points of Khador and wanted to field it all, so he's leading with P. Vlad, as well as for Warjacks, he's bringing the Drago Character Jack, the Juggernaut, and the, I think it's Demolisher or Devastator, and then also the full squad of Man-O-War from the two-player starter box. And he has a squad of Doom Reavers, as well as the solo Fenris, the Dragoon character. And we'll take a look at the trolls I'm bringing for this. So I'm fielding Grim Angus. He's freshly painted as part of the Muse on MIDI painting competition. For War Beasts, I'm bringing the Earthborn Dire Troll, the Dire Troll Bomber, as well as the Light War Beast, the Impaler. Bringing a min unit of the Creel Warriors with the unit attachment and the Caber Thrower in the back. Ignore the fact he has no paint on him. A min unit of Creel Stones, as well as the unit attachment. The Elder Scroll, I believe he is. And for solos, I'm bringing Janessa Stonetide, the Fellcaller, and the Chronicler. And you also, just to fill up that last point, I'm bringing the Swamp Gobber's Bellow crew. So we'll take a quick look at the table. We arranged the terrain on our own one piece at a time so it was mutually agreed upon. We're doing the incursion scenario, which means there's two flags. The closer flag, you get 1 point for dominating. The further flag, you get 2 points for controlling or 3 points for dominating. And I've sort of bricked up there a little bit, not quite as tight, and Les has got his stuff set up as he wished. This is Les' first game with the new Steamroller 2013 scenarios. I think we did caster kills before, so it was a bit of a learning experience. So we'll go straight into Trollbloods turn 1. So getting the 5 or 6 Fury for Grim. The Fellcaller is going to do the Fellcall for Overcome, which gives them Pathfinder, so they'll be able to move up into the forest without any movement penalties. And now the Impaler is going to cast Far Strike onto the Bomber for 2 Fury, and then move over a bit. And then I'm going to move up the Bomber with the plan of seeing if I take a pot shot, and realized I wasn't even remotely close within range, and let me do a mulligan. Les let me do a mulligan there. So next the Earthborn's going to move up. He has Pathfinder as well, so he moves without any penalty into the forest. Janessa is going to move up, as is the Chronicler, and the Creel Stones are going to run up, and I'm going to dump 3 Fury into the Creel Stone, and then move Grim up as well, and then the Swamp Gobber is coming in as well. So that brings us to the end of my turn 1. We're into Les's turn 1. So Vlad gets 7 focus and puts 2 onto the Decimator and to the Juggernaut. Didn't need to put anything onto Drago because he doesn't require that. Next up, the Man-O-Wars are going to run up. The Doom Reavers are going to run up. Now they're technically in contact with the flag, but because they're not, we don't start scoring points until turn 2, and his turn 2. Nothing there yet. So Fenris moves up, and then he just runs up the 3 Warjacks. And then Vlad himself is going to run up, and he camps the focus. And that brings us to the end of turn 1. So a frightfully exciting turn 1. I'm still somewhat bricked. And then Les is just moving Vlad up towards his flag and moving his guys up to my flag. Seems in good position having the Doom Reavers there to hold that or rush into my guys. I made a point of trying to move a little faster, so my Creel Warriors are up a little bit faster than I have the last couple games, so I was quite happy with my placement at this point. So we'll go into Trollbloods turn 2. So once again, just leeching back the Fury from the Impaler. Fellcaller is going to move up and then do Overcome again, which is giving Pathfinder to the Creel Warriors. and they're gonna not quite. They're gonna try to stay back a little bit just to, so they don't get charged. Next up, Grim is going to put cross country on the bomber, on the Dire Troll bomber, and that allows him to go shoot through or have terrain doesn't block line of sight. And he's just going to move up a little bit into the forest area as well. He has Pathfinder, so again, no movement to penalty, or movement to penalty, penalty to movement. The Impaler is going to try what he tried again last time, so he's going to put Far Strike onto the bomber, which costs him 2 Fury, and then he's just going to move up in behind. And now we're going to activate Bomber, move him up, and he is going to target Fenris. Now he comes up short, so we roll to see where it scatters, and it only moves 2 inches to the fore. So we managed to capture or hit 4 of those Doom Reavers. Now the first one missed the die on the camera too. Next one hits. They needed 7s to hit, so or 7s to wound, and that one's gone. And the third one is gone as well. So 1 blast took out half that squad. Now he's got rate of fire of 2, so he gets to fire another shot. So put down that blast template again. This time it scatters 1 inch to the 6. Only manages to hit, I think, just the one guy. And it manages to hit him as well. So he loses 4 of his 6 Doom Reavers there. Now the Swamp Gobbers are moving up. Now behind cover, I didn't bother popping the smoke because it didn't make any sense to me. So Khador, turn 2. He's allocating the focus to Vlad, and then gives 2 to Juggernaut and 1 to Drago, and then he casts Signs Importance. And that basically lets him roll an additional dice on everything, and then remove the lowest one. So he's moving up towards his flag, and then moving the Man of Wars over. I'm not sure if he knew at this point that in order to get points for his flag, he actually has to dominate it, which means his Dreadnought, or his Dreadnought, his Warcaster has to be there. So next he's moving up charging in with the Doom Reavers. The first Doom Reaver attacks the Creel Warrior because of Signs Importance. Even with taking out that 1 dice, he did miss. Second one takes out the 2, so he got a 6, so he hit. And the charge, and with the Weapon Master, he does manage to get the troll, and I fail the tough roll. Now because he was able to hit, he gets an additional attack, so he's going after the next Creel Warrior. Now he needed a 7 to hit, and manages to get that. And then rolls, doesn't get the charge bonus this time, but with the Signs Importance clearly destroys him. And I fail a second tough roll, which I think Ben would be happy to see me failing tough rolls. Now he gets to attack the Dire Troll, or the Earthborn Dire Troll, sorry. So he is able to hit, and then he's able to do, with the Weapon Master and the Signs Importance, manage to do 5 points of damage to the 2. And now next up, Fenris is going to come in and then try to do some damage against the Earthborn. So he doesn't get Signs Importance because he wasn't within the range, but he does get his Weapon Master in his charge. Managed to do 10 damage to the Earthborn on the 2 as well. And then his second attack, he hits, and he does get that extra dice for Weapon Master and manages to do another 4 points to the 4. So the Earthborn's taking a bit of a beating this turn. Now he's running up Drago as well as his Demolisher. And that brings us to the end of turn 2. So at this point, Les with the 2 Doom Reavers has managed to tie up that area, and has got a good protection around the other flag. So I'm going to have to do some clever work to be able to pull something out here. And I also have to remember to start using things like I forgot to put the Chronicler spell on there and activate the Krellstone. So we'll go on to my turn 3. So regroup my Fury. And first thing I'm going to do is do my fear roll checks because I'm within 3 inches because of the Abomination on Fenris. So I managed to fail it on Janessa and the Chronicler, but the Creel Warriors and the Creel Stone Bearers make it. So first up, I'm moving the Impaler over, and I'm going to use 2 Fury to focus the Far Strike onto the Bomber. I'm going to move Grim is 6 inches. And I'm going to cast Cross Country onto the bomber. And then I'm going to do my feat, which means -3 to defense and speed for enemies in my control area. Now Grim is going to fire his snare gun at the Man of War. Now we originally started knocking him over, realized we should have used the token, which we did. And now I'm going to move the bomber up. And he's going to lob some bombs at Vlad now that he has line of sight with that Man of War knocked down. So he needed a 7 to hit. We boosted to make sure he got it. It was straight dice on the hit damage, so I managed to get 12 damage on him. And then the second shot managed to boost to hit, and wind up knocking Vlad out. So Vlad is gone. So that brings us to a Trollblood victory via assassination. I didn't think it was going to work, but it did. So quick look at the table. Les was in really good position, I felt, because he had the Doom Reavers really holding up that area, and the Warjacks coming into my flag, and had a solid hold on his flag. So I'm not sure what I could have done other than assassination. But what should Les buy next? So he's played a few games. He's looking for suggestions from the Khador community out there after seeing what he has. So he's got the 2 Warjacks from the starter box, Drago, the Doom Reavers, and Fenris. Comment below, let us know what you think he should pick up. And in about a week, you'll be able to watch the Rules You Got Wrong video for this one. I'm sure there'll be a few things that you guys can help by pointing out in the comment section. Also, if you have any, if you want to see any of the other battle reports we've done, we've got clicks to there. My Trollbloods Box to Battle set. Also, I do 40k battle reports on occasion as well, so you can check those out. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this, click on subscribe. There we go, and like, because it helps with all the way that YouTube figures this stuff out. And you can follow us on Twitter and on the blog. And once again, thank you very much for watching.